We're going on to the next?
Yeah.
All right, this is good stuff. It's interesting, you know, you come up through the ranks from 5s to 10s, 25s. What's that for 25s? 50s, 75s. And then you get into the gemstones. When you have 100 people registered, 100 accounts set up on each side, you have Pearl. And I know there's been some new Pearls break this month. They're not here. And, you know, I've been thrilled with seeing the number of people come up here as Pearls. Many of you, out there in the audience, and you've gone beyond that. We've got a gal that's gone beyond Pearl, and it is after Pearl, it goes Opal and then Moonstone. Is that where we're at? Okay. Moonstone has 250 accounts set up on each side at least. And that is powerful. That has put a lot of numbers in the business. It's a lot of area where you've got potential growth coming out of, volume, more leadership, and so on. And I'm proud to bring up a gal that has gone Moonstone this month, brand new Moonstone ambassador, Pam Coburn.
Thanks. It's a lot of work. When I was a little girl, is this on? When I was a little girl, about 7, 8 years old, I used to like to play with my brothers because I like the things that brothers do.
There we go.
And so one day I went tagging along with them when they went fishing. And all the little boys were on the fishing pond, and not one of them had a bite all day. And I said to my brothers, I want to do that. And they said, you can't do that. And I said, why not? And one kid said, because you're a girl. So I thought, well, since I'm in charge of the tackle box, I said, watch me. Didn't have a pole, so I got me a stick, fashioned a little string on it, figured out how to get a hook and a worm on there, plunked it in the water, caught me a nice little fish. In fact, I caught 3 fish that day. I was the only one that had a bite. And as all the little kids left, they said, whose little sister is she? Of course, my brothers are like, So I continued to hang out with my brothers because I like what brothers do. They taught me how to play baseball. This was pretty fun. I was about 10, 11 years old. And I went to my mother and I said, I want to be on that Little League team with them. She said, you can't do that. And I said, why not? She said, because little girls don't play on Little League. So I thought, well, okay. So I just kept playing with them, got good at it. I shagged the ball a lot. One day the coach was there, and I thought, now he has authority over my mother. I'll tell him. So I went to the coach and I said, I want to be on your Little League team. And he said, you can't do that. And I said, why not? He said, because girls don't play in Little League. So I thought, okay. Well, one day, my brother was sick. And I thought, watch me. Put on his uniform, tucked my long hair up under my hat, showed up at the game. First time I got up to bat, I knocked it out of the park. Woohoo! I had 3 home runs that day. And the last one was the tie-breaking run that won the game. And as I came around the third base, there were all the teammates and the coach standing at the home plate. And as I crossed the plate, I took off my hat, my long hair fell down, I looked at the coach and I said, yes, I can do that. And the reason I tell you these stories is I could tell you many more about how people tell you that you can't do that. And these were the fundamental experiences that set within me. Don't tell me I can't do that. Just watch me. I will. And in my adult life, I've always liked being outdoors and doing non-traditional types of work. I worked in construction for many, many years. And I worked for a guy for about 5 years. And my talents and skills were making him a boatload of money. And I thought, why can't I do that for myself? Well, long story short, there were so many hurdles and so many obstacles just to be considered, to be placed on the bid list, just to go and bid for a job with these big utility companies. And so it was like a huge achievement. I mean, you had to be bonded for $10 million, just all of these hurdles. And so it was a huge achievement for me just to be invited to walk into that room with all those contractors sitting there at this bid meeting. And I could hear, and I knew all of them, they were all my colleagues, I worked with most of them, and they were all kind of whispering, what's she doing here? She can't do that. Well, it was a great joy when I got the phone call from those big utility companies saying that I had been awarded those contracts. And so, one thing I love about this business is that no one has ever said to me, you can't do that. No one. I might get a few raised eyebrows once in a while, but that's just because I don't get my wacko sense of humor. My mentor is Lance Walton, and he has taught me that it's okay to have big dreams. And I should dream big. And what I have to say to you is watch me.
Pam, I say this in jest, but you can't go diamond.
I love rubies, that's good. I have plenty more stories, is that what you're saying?
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Chris? Where are you going to be next month? How many times are you going to cross stage?
All right, isn't that great? Wonderful. I'm excited all the new levels that come up, but I'd like to welcome to the stage here another really good friend of mine. You know, you always say good friends. When I first started this, I didn't know anybody but Carrie.